In this video, we are going to learn about pragmatism. So pragmatism is derived from the Greek word pragma, that means action. So pragmatism emerged at the end of the 19th century, and first it was developed by Charles Peirce in 1857. His famous paper was How to Make Our Ideas Clear. After that, William James developed pragmatism later as a theory of truth, and again the famous pragmatist thinkers are John Dewey and F.C. Schiller. Now when we see the position of pragmatism, it is between empiricism. Empiricism means when you gain knowledge through sense experiences, and it is between rationalism. Rationalism is the philosophy when you gain knowledge through reasoning. So pragmatism lies somewhat between experiences and reasoning. Now let's see basic fact about pragmatism. So basic fact concerning pragmatism is about the practicality, the workability of an idea. That is, a thing is what it does, and the workability determines the truth. So the meaning of a word or idea is determined by its successful conversion into the mode of operation. Now let's see other meaning of ideas. So the ideas are clear when it leads to some actions. Ideas are true when they can be verified. Ideas are true or worthy when it is profitable to our lives. Now let's see the pragmatist thinkers and their area of work. So the area of work of Charles Peirce was logic and science. The area of work of William James was psychology and religion. And the area of work of John Dewey was ethics and social thought. Now let's see the idea of Charles Peirce on pragmatism. So, Charles Peirce in 1878 wrote a paper on how to make our ideas clear. In this paper, Charles Peirce has made a distinction between clear and obscure conceptions and between distinct and confused conceptions. So, clear idea is something which is so apprehended that it will be recognized wherever it is met with, and so that no other will be mistaken for it. For example, if I see a red object which is for eating as an apple, then others will also see that object as an apple. And if that thing fails for this clearness, then it is called as obscure. So now let's see the definition of distinct idea. So the distinct idea is defined as one which contains nothing which is not clear. So here we're talking about the content of an idea. So just the clarity or the clearness of idea is not sufficient. An idea should be distinct. That means it should not have anything which is unclear. So here Charles Peirce also says that for an individual, what matters is, it matters about a few clear ideas. Basically the clear ideas, and that are more useful and worthy than the many confused ideas. Now let's see the William James idea or concept on pragmatism. So William James, his famous popular work, Will to Believe, and the varieties of religious experience. So he claims that man has the right to choose his belief, either that has proof or that has the absence of evidence. So it doesn't matter if a belief has proof or no proof. a man has always the right to choose his belief. So ideas, they become true when they help us to make a successful connection between various parts of our experience. So a true idea is something which helps us to connect with our experiences, which helps us to make our experiences better. And the clear idea has its influence on individuals, right? Now let's say about John Dewey on pragmatism. Okay, so John Dewey basically considered thinking as instrumental in solving problems. So his theory was instrumentalism or experimentalism. So he says that thoughts are instrument to better life, and he says that reflective thoughts are involved in transforming a practical situation. Reflective thought means when a thought is convertible into action, then it is called as reflective thought. So thinking is the act of trying to achieve an adjustment between man and his environment. So when you're thinking on something, that means you are thinking about change. Change means future, right? So you want to make an adjustment between man and his surrounding. So when an idea is verified practically, and if it produces the expected results, then it is a true idea. And if it doesn't produces true results, then it is a false idea. So any kind of belief is good or bad on the basis of future consequences. Now, we have studied or learnt about the concept of pragmatism of Pierce, William James, and John Dewey. On the basis of their reasonings, we have came to certain conclusions. So, pragmatism has got three fundamental characteristics while concerning the views of William James, John Dewey, and Charles Peirce. So, what are they? They are practicalism, futurism, and relationism. So, practicalism means every idea should be tested only in practical sense and only in practice in the actual life. Futurism, that every idea should be having a future consequences, and that idea is only the true idea. So relationism, truth according to pragmatism is not absolute, universal, eternal, unchanging, but it is always dynamic, relative, and purely temporal. So I hope this ideas or concepts about pragmatism is quite clear, and the ideas we learnt about William James, John Dewey, and Charles Peirce has made us to quite think on the philosophy of pragmatism. So thank you very much for watching, and stay connected for more such videos.